All right, last page of notes for chapter 1. Let's just solve a few of these absolute value problems. So you should memorize how to do all of these from that previous page of notes. Now I'm just going to show you some quick examples. So we have the absolute value of 2a plus 3 equals the absolute value of 4a minus 4. And you should remember that we're going to get two equations out of this. The first equation is 2a plus 3 equals 4a minus 4. Easy enough, right? Just rewrite the equation. And the second equation is 2a plus 3, and just slap a negative sign in front, 4a minus 4. So that's it. Let's just solve these two equations. So minus 2a minus 2a. 3 is equal to 2a minus 4. Add 4, add 4. 7 equals 2a. Divide by 2, divide by 2. A is equal to 7 divided by 2, or you could write that as 3.5 if you wanted to. If we solve this equation, you need to use the distributive property to the negative sign. So that's negative 4a plus 4. Let's add 4a over to keep things nice and positive. 6a plus 3 is equal to 4. Then we'll do minus 3 minus 3. I'm going kind of fast, but if you're getting lost, you can always just rewatch part of this. Divide by 6, divide by 6. If this was a test, you should check both of these answers to make sure they work, and that way you know you got the problem right. Remember, you get two answers out of this, and if you only find one, that is not so good. Try to solve this one on your own. Pause the video, see if you can get it, and then I will do it. Did you get it? I hope you did. Our two equations are a plus 2 equals negative 2a plus 5, and a plus 2 equals negative parenthesis negative 2a plus 5. Solve both of those equations and you're done. So let's do it. Add 2a, add 2a. 3a plus 2 equals 5. Take away 2, take away 2. 3a equals 3. Divide by 3, divide by 3, a equals 1. Very good. Let's solve this one. I'll start by distributing the negative sign. A plus 2 is equal to, two negatives make a positive, and then it's minus 5. Let's subtract a on both sides this time. Remember, there's more than one way to do these problems, so if you do it slightly differently than me, that's fine as long as you get the right answer. 2a minus a is a, so we'll add 5, add 5. 7 equals a. So, if you wanted to check your answers on the previous problems, you should turn them into decimals probably and make sure and try to use a lot of decimal points. Because these are whole numbers, I'll check them real quick. So 1 plus 2 is 3 over here. Negative 2 plus 5 is 3. 3 equals 3. Perfect. No, we're getting that one right on the test. How about 7? 7 plus 2 is 9. Negative 2 times 7 is negative 14. Negative 14 plus 5 is negative 9. But it's absolute value around it, so that's going to work. 9 equals 9. Big smiley face. All right, let's do the next one. We have 4 times the absolute value of x minus 10 is greater than 16. And this is the first one where we need to isolate the absolute value signs. So this is kind of like parentheses with the 4 multiplying. So let's divide both sides by 4 to isolate the absolute value. That is a necessary first step to do. All right, so now you need to know, is it and or? Is it and or is it or? And it is or. I hope that's what you said. The greater than here means that x is exploding in either direction. So this is an or problem. So our two equations are x minus 10 is bigger than 4, or x minus 10 is less than negative 4. Flip the sign and put on a negative. Solve both of these. excuse me, we get x is bigger than 14. Solve this one. X is less than 6. So x is bigger than 14, or it is less than 6. So how would we write that in interval notation? This is the one to do first. So, sorry, let me scooch my paper over. In interval notation, x is less than 6. And it should all be parentheses because there's no equals. Or we are bigger than 14. There you go. There's the answer. Remember that the answer to an OR problem will have this union, and we have two intervals where we're true. Let's do this last one, and then we'll end this part. 5 times 2x minus 1 is less than 25. This is an AND problem because our absolute value and x are being constrained. So like the previous one, let's start by dividing to get the absolute value by itself. Absolute value of 2x minus 1 is less than 5. So now the AND procedure is write negative 5, the less than symbol, 2x minus 1, the less than symbol, positive 5. It's always that way. Now let's isolate the x in the middle, add 1 to all three sides. Gives us negative 4 is less than 2x is less than 6, and divide by 2 on all sides. And when you do that, divide by 2 on all three sides, we'll get negative 2 is less than x, because they cancel, and 6 divided by 2 is 3. So we have negative 2 to x to 3. Interval notation, that would be parenthesis, negative 2 comma 3 parenthesis. So I actually like AND problems a little bit better because to me they're easier. But you can only do them this way if you remember how to set up the compound inequality. So negative 5, 2x minus 1, 5. And then you just solve that for x. All right, I will stop right there, and we will do the last 4 problems in the final part, part 3. See you there in 1 second.